Okay, welcome to Alistair Davies Golf. Today I'm going to talk to you about the posture and particularly how that can affect the golf swing. One of the most important things I see with golfers, whether they be elite golfers or beginner golfers, is they come and set up in an incorrect manner. This then has a knock-on effect, a detrimental effect, which causes them to have certain characteristics in their golf swing that then makes them not necessarily have an orthodox looking swing as we would normally term it. Also, the other thing I'd like to point out with this is it's probably our duty as care as golf pros to make sure they set up correctly so they don't then develop any injuries. Obviously, the injuries can be the sort of death of them and they won't continue to play the golf. So, the kind of things I want to see is a correct biomechanical setup. And what I want to show you today is a routine that allows you to get in that position every time without causing too much stress. So one of the first things I'd ask people to do is stand with the feet shoulder width apart, with the left foot flared out about 20 degrees and the right foot flared out about 10 degrees. So this will allow them to move the hips correctly in the golf swing, even if they have got some limitations. If a person was more limited in their hip rotation, then I'd probably flare the foot more, but particularly the left foot, not the right foot. The idea is to let them to open up the body on the way through, rather than necessarily have a slightly longer backswing. You know, if they're a bit restricted in the backswing, we can look at that further down the line. So when they've got that set up, next point I'd like them to do is stand as tall as they can and place the club across the groin and stick the thumbs into the side, roughly halfway down their pockets. This is a great point to bend from, because we want to bend from the hips. So then standing as tall as you can, if you bend from your hips, until you feel your heels just start to come off the ground, and then in that position there, then I want you then to sort of soften your knees and sort of center your weight back in the middle of your feet. So when you're in this position then, you should be in pretty much the correct athletic posture that I'd want to see. The last move would be just to move the hips a tad towards target and just raising the left hip as you do it. So let me just show you that from face on. So we're in our bent over position, and I want to just see the left hip move slightly towards target and raise it. Now this is crucial to allow you to turn correctly. Most golfers tend to come with the right hip high, and this limits how they can turn and move, and then the arms and bodies don't want to really work and connect together. So what I want to see is the left hip high, and then allow the spine to be able to function in the backswing correctly, and also to keep them away from injury prevention. We see a lot of teenage kids come with a very high right hip, and this is normally because they practice a lot during growth spurts, and this causes their spine, just a case of migrated scoliosis as it would be called from the physio world. So, in summary, what I want to see really is a very good, clean biomechanical setup, a fairly straight spine, maintain its natural curves. You'll hear a lot of people talk about sort of C-shape and S-shape, but a fairly neutral sort of pelvis and spine. And if you bend from the hips, like I showed you with a club like this, just creasing your hips, you'll tend to get a fairly neutral pelvis position quite easily. If you find it hard, just consult your pro or go and consult a physio. Is what I'd recommend. Good luck.